pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, sloth. These are the 7 deadly sins. I recently spoke with teaching pastor Rasool. Rasool views these sins as vices. Well, every vice has a virtue, doesn't it? Take a look at how Rasool breaks this topic down. It's quite impressive.
Well, it's interesting. In our society, before we even can discuss 7 deadly sins, we have to look at, does even sin exist? In the modern mind, the answer to that question is, well, maybe to you, but not generally speaking to anyone. So there's this idea of relativism that says, well, you can kind of choose your own path or your own way. But for those that believe in a organized world, an ordered world that was created by a creator that has revealed good and evil, there is this thing called sin or rebellion against that good, which can be described by vices. On the reverse side, corresponding virtues that go with those vices. 7 deadly sins were a way of categorizing or putting into buckets the various vices of humanity. You have lust, this aspect of just unbridled desire, sexual desire that has no restraints or constraints. Whatever I see, whatever I want, that's what I go after. The flip side of that lust is chastity. It's this aspect of reserving yourself for a particular person. Gluttony. Gluttony is this aspect of going over and consuming whatever it is your stomach desires, overeating, overconsumption. The opposite of gluttony is temperance, so this aspect of self-control. Then you have sloth, this vice of laziness. The virtue that corresponds to that vice is diligence, hard work. Then you have wrath, which kind of can go into this bucket of anger, right? Of this aspect of even hatred and violence. The flip side of that anger is the virtue of patience. Then you have envy. Envy. Having this sense of jealousy and desiring, the grass is always greener on somebody else's Instagram filter. Well, the opposite of envy is gratitude. The virtue of being thankful for what one has in the belief that the Creator has bestowed upon us exactly what we need and given us more than what we deserve. Lastly, you have pride. And they usually save the best for last. Pride is that sense of, I ought to be the center of the universe. I am the most important person in the world. It is the perspective that says the world does not revolve around the sun, it revolves around me. The opposite of pride is humility.